What's up, everybody? Bula Vinaka. Welcome to On the Mat with Jonathan Bati, and I am your cameraman. Always at the back here. There's a lovely weather today. Um, yeah, a lot of rain. This was unexpected, but it's a good weather for cutting sugarcane too. I bet. 'Cause-
Are we going live on Facebook too?
yeah,
Both.
yeah. Because I bet they enjoy the rain more than the sun. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope that everybody will be able to hear us today. So let's see what happens.
Hey, one talk. Bulang Bula Binaka from Vanuatu.
How do you know it's from Vanuatu?
This guy. I watch him from Vanuatu.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
One
One talk.
talks. One talks. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on with my hair, bro? That I gotta get this away for everybody though.
Hmm. Um. Uh, yeah. While we still waiting, bro. Tell me about your day. How was your day, though?
My day?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what my story was about. The day was, I don't know. It was good. I feel ticked off right now. I feel pissed off.
Hmm.
I'm just in a bad mood. I just told Steph this. I'm like, she's like, how's your day? I'm like, I was actually really, really productive, but I just feel pissed off for some reason.
Oh, really?
For no reason at all.
You really? You
I don't
just
know.
pissed off?
Yeah, just pissed off, yeah. So, welcome to the live, everybody. You check my hair. Just got home from Mombasa. It's freaking raining like a son of a gun out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like a son of a gun. Is that a Canadian
Son
thing?
of a gun.
No?
No, I feel like some people to
Yeah,
hit.
son of a gun?
Yeah, son
Yeah,
of a
okay.
gun.
So,
Son of a gun.
I was, man, look at the clouds coming down the mountain. Can you catch that in the background?
Yep.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, Caroline? Welcome to the live. So yeah, so I was in town today. I told you guys the story actually on the way home, but there was a guy who was talking. I was at the chemist. Chemist is a pharmacist in Fiji, and this old Muslim guy rolls up beside me, and I think because Friday is like the prayer day for a lot
Muslims.
of Muslim people,
Mm.
or for Muslim people at least at the mosques here in town.
Mm.
And Buddy rolls up beside me and he's like, "Oh, Waka, how's the farm?" You know, like that's pretty normal. Like like kind of like everybody has a different approach, right?
Right.
And if they're watching us on social media,
Mm.
and so he's like, "Boo, you have plenty of money." And I'm like, "Okay." And he like taps me on the shoulder, and I'm like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "See the $100 bill in your wallet?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, well, you don't know how hard I work for this money. I'm like, no, no. I said, no, I didn't say that. Sorry, I said, yeah, but I work hard for this money.
Mm.
And it's just it's such a weird thing. I get that all the time in Fiji. Like everybody thinks like I walk around, and my pockets are just like so heavy, it's like dragging down to my ankles. Like, not the case. But yeah, I mean, I guess the moral of the story, like some of the wealthiest looking people that I knew, like I used to work in a shop that specialized in European vehicles, right? So we used to work on, and I took Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and like I used to drive freaking Spikers and all like the rare exotic cars, like all my dream cars. And some of those people are like the most in-depth people you'll ever know. Like leasing their cars, or they got all the toys. They got the boats, the Sea-Doos, the snowmobiles, the dirt bikes, the quad bikes, the cars, and the house, and the wife with the fake boobs, and it's all on payments. Like I'm not joking, And so, like, you know, you guys, like, people can look at me or look at like someone like a wealthy businessman you think like might be wealthy,
Mm.
but like you you don't know for sure. You don't know for sure. They can be driving a nice vehicle and you just don't know. Um, and like it's very presumptuous, I think, of people to be. And this is not why I'm upset, but it's just a story from the day.
Mm.
But it's very presumptuous of people to be like, you know, you're rich, and it's like everybody has a different level of, like, my running costs per week are way higher than like my uncle who lives in the house here.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where he can get by on $20 a week.
Yeah.
I need $2,000 a week. You know, like
Mm.
tractor, staff at the shop,
Mm.
buying stock, diesel.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, it's like, and that's, I'm not saying that my living costs are like the highest.
Mm.
What's up, Jehoshaphat Kingweather? Dude, how about that name, right?
Jehoshaphat.
Can you guys even hear me on the Facebook? How many people do we got on the YouTube?
12.
12?
Mm.
What up? And so we, yeah, you can't just assume. You can't just look um, at people and assume that they have lots of money. And now debt is not always bad. Debt for business is actually, I think, a good thing. But if you use it in the right way, like if you leverage the bank's money and they charge you 5% interest, but you take their money and you 1.5, you know, and you turn it 1.5x, or say you 2x the money. Well, then, like, you know, you're way ahead. So you just pay the interest and then you get to keep all the excess money. Is the mic not on?
Is your mic on?
Mic's on. People can't hear us.
Jessica's on here saying your mic's crackling.
Oh.
Try mine. Yeah.
And so,
Hey, Jessica, just let us know if it's okay.
huh?
If your mic is better.
Yeah, check. Mic check. So if you can borrow money from the bank, even if they charged you 50%, say you borrowed $100 and they charge you 50% interest. So, like, that would be insane, right? And I think that's actually illegal in Canada, at least. I don't know if that's illegal here, but if you take money and say you pay you take $100 and you have to give them $50, right? But if you turn that 100 into 200, right? If you 2x that debt, or like if you 2x that loan, you give them back 150, you're still up $50, right? So, like, there is ways to use debt to your advantage, but you just kind of walk around assuming that, like, rich looking people are actually rich, because it's just a matter of how they leverage debt. And a lot of people live outside their means. So, and also, like, how do I say this? Like, there is something to be said for, like, a lifestyle where you can live off of $20 a day, you know? Like, to live a life where, like, this morning we were up at 6:30 doing class, right?
Yeah.
Class from the States, and then been going. Now it's 4:30, like, nonstop. There was no break. And then, you know, now doing this, which is different. This is not really like work. But then, like, in between every waking second, you're like answering an email or like responding to messages and stuff like that, right? So it's like, you might just look at me and be like, nice, must be nice to have money. But it's like, you want to come live my life for a day, and then see if, like, it's worth it for you. See if, like, you could take the stress of the debt and the stress of, you know, like, we don't have a big company. Like, you know, there's people, you know, I was just on the phone with, like, Hamza from A Hussein, and he's got, like, you know, a huge company, and he has so many. I don't know how he thinks about his employees, but I would assume, because they're like a because they're like a homegrown company, like, they really care about their employees, because some of their employees have been with them for decades and decades, right? And so, as a business owner, like, that's another weight, is like, because of you, people are able to, like, put food on their families' tables and pay their rent or pay their house loan, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And so it's nice to, like, have a nice car and and stuff like that. But there's also usually a lot of stuff that people aren't willing to go through to have those things.
Mm.
Like you might not want that life for the money.
Amen.
Might not be worth it for you, you know?
Mm.
And so anyways, that's my rant. What's up, everybody? Okay, we're gonna go to the YouTube. Okay, all the Facebook people, we love you. Check out the weather behind us. We're going to the YouTube. Please go check us out on YouTube. Please, 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 please. Go check out the YouTube live. What up, William Rocco? Oh, all the way from Denmark? Sick. Wow. Palau, Amale, Motambu. Wow. We really, really appreciate all your guys' support. We're going to go hop onto the YouTube live because it's hard. The internet connection usually can't take two live streams going from here. Tomasi, you keep doing you. Don't worry what people say. Some people just don't understand how business works. I totally agree. Thank you for the encouragement. On that note, go join us on the YouTube live, please, and drop some questions in there, and we'll be going back and forth. We're going to go through some current events and also some of the rugby games that are coming up this weekend. We'll see you guys on the YouTube. Peace. What's up? You know, YouTube's like a lot more intimate, you know? I feel like, you know, it's just like a group of us just like sitting here on the veranda together.
Mm. Too bad Koro is not here.
Yeah. You know, Corey takes the job. So since Monday, Corey has accepted the job offer.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And now he's not here. What the heck, eh? No, he's taking a job with somebody else already.
Oh, okay.
He's helping the office boy Matthew with some ripping some trees because that's his skill set. Corey, he's trained in with chainsaw and stuff. He did some training with tree or Fiji pine, and so he's helping the office boy build his house, and then he will be back, and we're gonna go full speed, full scale. Oh shoot, dude! I was supposed to call my dad on the way home. Dang it.
How did Dad take it? You told him?
Yeah, I did.
Koro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he stoked?
Yeah, he was really excited.
Mm.
Yeah. Guys, I'm just gonna text my dad here real quick, right? Because I told him I'd call him, and he's my business partner, and I didn't call him.
At least I have somebody now to hang out with while you guys are gone for a month. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it's a month until we leave for a month,
Mm.
which is insane. So we're gonna be going to Canada in a month, like mid-July.
Mm.
So we got to get all this stuff wrapped up, make sure that the farm is good to go, get Corey started on a couple projects,
Nice.
and then we'll be full speed
Mm.
ahead. I don't have my laptop today, huh? Should I go get it? I should go get it. Okay.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You get the laptop. I'll check the Instagram. So, what do we got going on here? Hey, you guys dropped some good questions today. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one sibling. I have a sister. Her name is Elizabeth. She's named after my Talebu's wife, my dad's elder brother's wife. So Elizabeth Siliva is her name, and she's actually a speech language pathologist. She just got her degree. She was born in 1995, so that would make her how old? I'm an idiot. 2005, 2015. She's 28, eh? Yeah, she's 28 because her birthday is in January. Welcome to Master Jonathan. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, life has definitely taken us in different directions, but we definitely still get along. We're just like, she's in Canada, she's like going hard with her education, and I'm here in Fiji, being a crazy person, and you know, making videos for people on the internet, and driving tractors, and running coffee shops, and sponsoring rugby teams. So much random stuff. Okay. we got here? What? So, uh, Jessica, you asked a good question. A good question that is a hard question. Oh, so you asked it twice. Ah, I see what you're doing here. Trying to make it look like I have more questions than I do. What is one question you wish people would ask you less? Probably what we just talked about. You have money, eh? Like it's kind of like a question. Ooh, you have plenty of money. It's like, right? You have plenty. You have a lot of money, right?
What's the most
But
common
really,
questions
what's
they've
the
been
most
asked?
common question?
Yeah, that people ask
Um,
you.
probably like, what's it like? Well, what has it been like moving to Fiji? Probably. What was it like
Transitioning to.
transitioning to Fiji?
Mm.
So it's like when you read, hey, Leaky.
You ever get tired of people asking that? Oh,
Yeah,
one
it's
question
I
that
don't
you
I
would
don't know if I
want
get
people to
tired.
ask you less.
I don't know if I get tired of that question. Like it's
Mm.
like to me, it's like the when you read the Bible and it repeats itself a bunch of times. Like if you're
Right,
reading like a
right.
verse or a chapter,
Mm.
it's like, well, you should probably take note of it. Like how the Bible mentions like money, like more than any other thing almost, or it does.
Mm.
It's probably because the money is important. So you should probably take note of like
Right.
money. Um, so when people ask me the question, I'm like, okay, a lot of people are wondering about like
How
maybe
do you,
not necessarily like how hard was it like transitioning to Fiji, but like what is it? Maybe like what people are getting at was like what is it like making such a big decision? You know, like
mm,
moving your family
mm,
overseas because everybody wrestles with that. Like everybody, like our lives are actually so relatable from the standpoint if we could market ourselves, and I think maybe that's why we've gotten to this point, but we could probably even do a better job of just like marketing ourselves to like you got to make a big life change, like
mm,
you know this is what you should think about and this is why
mm,
you should do it or this is why you shouldn't do it yet, because you know whatever, if you are trying to decide if you're going to go to university or if like you should have kids or if you should marry this person or if you should quit that job or if you should, you know what I mean,
yeah.
like start a business, like there's so many people like who can relate with like the pressure of feeling the pressure of like making a big life change.
Mm.
So maybe maybe that should be a sign. Maybe I need to just like maybe I should just make an online course about life change. How to make decisions with Jonathan. Maybe we'll just rename on the mat how to make decisions. But today I had an awesome meeting with a gentleman named Ramesh from Business Link Pacific. So shout out to Hamza
Oh yeah, thanks
and
so much.
Hazim. Yeah, thank you guys a lot for getting us connected. Actually, I've been in touch with Ramesh before, previously, when it was we were talking about the production facility that we will do one day for the turmeric and cassava and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um, but so BLP Business Link Pacific has got funding from, I think they get funding from like Australia and New Zealand governments
Mm.
to distribute wisely, obviously, around the Pacific. And this one comes in the form of a grant, and you get more money depending on, I think it's up to 5,000 New Zealand.
Oh wow.
It's up to 5,000 New Zealand if you have one employee. It's like 10,000 New Zealand if you have like up to five,
Mm.
and then yeah, it goes from there. And that's free money, so that's a grant, and so
Wow.
you just have to apply for it. And if if they say yes, then you get the money.
Any sort of business.
Yeah, any sort of business. This one is focused on rural communities, though,
Mm.
and so it's good because like I have, um, like we live in a rural community,
Yeah.
so you'd think that rural would probably be an agriculture type business, but like the
Mm.
coffee shop, right, is in
Right.
Senganga, like that's a rural community,
Mm.
and I think there was like it has to you you have to choose like one of five criteria, like what is your business, what will you use this money for, like
Mm.
innovation, growth, diversity, climate change, or finance. Yeah, so what are you going to be using it, like finance to like, are you going to be using the free money that Business Link Pacific gives you as like a down payment or like a deposit for a loan,
Mm.
like an initial upfront payment? Are you going to be using it because like you're going to be employing a lot of women, or
Mm.
is it just for growing your business, or is it because your business is doing something really new in the community, or is it because it's like doing something good with the environment? And
Mm.
so I think we'll probably will probably apply under inclusion.
Inclusion.
Yeah, like because we're trying to be an inclusive business. Because like most, except for everybody except for one, is all ladies, right?
Mm,
That work there. Most of them except for one are all like young mothers.
mm,
Um, and so that's a big deal. Like, I mean, it's like typically your young mothers would be staying home,
right.
and so all of the women who work in our shop come from relationships that I feel are like they feel honored in their relationship. Like they're because we're in a patriarchal society in
Mm,
Fiji. Like
mm,
usually the women are at the mercy of the men. This sounds a bit like harsh, but like usually like your woman does the traditional like stay at home, look
yeah.
after the kids,
Yeah.
do the housewife type of stuff, right?
Mm,
So it's cool because like a lot of the girls that work in our shop are kind of like they're go-getters, right? They're
yeah.
hustlers.
Mm,
They're ones that like want to contribute to like the household
right.
income.
Mm,
And so I think the one that speaks to me, like, yeah, growth we'd use the money for sure.
mm,
um Innovation, yeah, because I mean, like, we're doing new things. Like, nobody does pizza by the slice,
mm,
right?
mm,
And so that's innovative. Nobody started a coffee shop the way we are doing it in our community ever before. For finance, like, to get other more money.
mm.
But and we're definitely not climate because we use plastic straws. No, the turtles. Get all the freaking tree huggers fired up over here. So that was cool. Yeah, Business Link Pacific. So yeah, if there's any like people who you have to have like an active business going,
Mm,
or just like if you're somebody who's been like operating like a business or just like a casual like informal, like if you've been operating informally, like say in the agriculture industry,
yeah.
if you've just been taking your stuff to the market,
Might be selling it.
it's not hard. It literally costs $10.90 to go register your business
Mm.
through the digital portal. Like in, can we put links in this?
No.
Can you put something in the chat here?
No.
No, eh? Okay.
No.
But if you go to, if you just Google uh, register business online Fiji, it'll take you to the digital online portal for the register of companies, and you can do your business name verification on there, and then just fill out all your information, TIN number, which is your tax identification number, birth certificate if you have a scanned copy, and if you have an iPhone, you can do scans in your iPhone. I'm going on a huge tangent right now, but if you go into the Notes app on the iPhone and you compose a new document, and then you see in the bottom there's like a picture of a camera, click on the camera, and there's 4 options that are going to pop up.
Mm,
Scan document. Nobody needs a scanner anymore if you have an iPhone. Skip
mm,
the scanner. If you want to get a printer, just get a printer. Don't worry about the scanner because you can make PDFs on a standard app that comes with your iPhone.
mm,
So you just have to upload your TIN letter and your birth certificate ID, I think a photo ID,
mm,
and then you can register your business for $10.90. And then open a bank account, and then you can apply for this loan.
mm.
But it's not a joke.
How
Like,
much
it's
is the
actually
loan
this
though?
super, huh? Or
How
it's
much?
not the loan, sorry,
The grant.
the grant. It's free money. You don't have to pay this money
How
back.
much is it?
Well, like, yeah. So I think, like I said, it's under like one employee or just yourself, like a
Mm.
sole operator. I think you're eligible for up to 5,000
Who?
New Zealand, and then like I think up to seven. Don't quote me on this. I think up to 7 or 8 employees, or up to 10, 5 to 10 employees. Yes, 5 to 10 is up to 10,000 New Zealand, which is like 14,000 Fijian,
Oh wow.
and then so on and so forth, up to 50 employees and
Mm,
more.
mm.
Um, so yeah, it's like
Really
it's real
good.
money, and it's not even
Mm,
hard. Like, the criteria are not hard.
mm.
Like, yeah, just
So
if you guys got questions, just like shoot us
it's
a
only
DM.
applicable for people in the rural areas.
Yes, so yeah, so it's applicable for people in rural areas.
Mm.
I've Just so you guys know, I'm going to be applying for this grant. I've never received a grant. I've never had a loan. I've
Ever.
applied for a lot of grants,
Mm,
and I feel like people look at me, and this goes back to like what we were saying before. People just think I have money.
mm,
But like, I've applied for probably half a dozen grants to the Ministry of Agriculture.
mm,
I haven't even sniffed one. I've never even got a response
mm,
from the Ministry of Agriculture. I don't know why.
mm,
Maybe just nothing goes through or something. But
mm,
like, I have relatives in the village that got grants.
mm.
Um, but whatever. We won't get into that. because I'll be getting angry.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa. What do we got for news here today? So shout out to Hamza, Hazim, Asif. You guys are awesome
Mm.
from A Hussein Global Machinery. Like, yeah, it's sweet to have them as partners to be walking alongside them, like, or not walking alongside, to like have them walking in front of me,
Mm.
making the connections, um, and then like I'm able to talk to you guys about it because they helped me with it. Now I can help you guys with it, and so
Mm.
I credit today's meeting to A Hussein and the guys at Global Machinery. So it's actually like insane the amount of like options that they have.
Mm.
Like when I was watching, so you made a cool video for them the other day,
Yeah.
and I was like looking at their like the selection
Mm.
for like the space, the size it is,
Mm.
like it's insane. Like most hardware stores, the size of like theirs
Yep.
would be 3 or 4 times the footprint.
Mm.
Um, so once you get used to the Fiji style, where like you can't go, and there is one hardware where you can like walk down the aisles,
Mm.
but you usually end up needing somebody anyways. So the way it works at A Hussein is that you walk in and you go to the right like area, and then somebody there will help you
Mm.
get their stuff or
Mm.
get your stuff, and you can just ask them what you need.
Mm.
There would, it would be handy for North American folk is like a translation guide, like like it's like a brochure at the door where it's
Yeah.
like this is what wood is called lumber, it's called timber in Fiji,
Mm.
right? And it's because like, or like a 4x2 is a 2x4. And like there's so many things that are different. Like they have like clout tacks. They're like
Mm.
the little nails with like the wide head on
Yeah.
them. And it's like clout tacks.
What
When
do
you
you
Google
call it?
clout tacks, it's like that's actually what it is.
What do you guys call it?
I don't even know. But I've
Oh.
never heard. I used to work in construction in Canada.
Mm.
It would just be like the 1 inch
Nail.
nails.
1 inch nail.
Yeah, be the 1 inch nails with the big head. Like I mean, there was really no like formal name for them. But
1 inch with a big head.
yeah, exactly. Moving on. So shout out to my guys. If you guys actually need like anything with in farming, um, definitely hit them up. Hardware, roofing, tractors, rice mills, like friggin' paper plates. They got it all,
Mm.
and even shelving. Like we actually bought the shelving for our coffee shop from them. So it's impressive and it's
Mm.
fun to be working with them. So New Zealand High Commissioner Charlotte Darlow signed a $13 million budget support agreement with Minister of Finance today. Okay. What is it for?
Mm.
Hey, we're saying a lot and we're saying nothing. Okay. The signing sealed New Zealand's continued support for Fiji, as promised by New Zealand's Foreign Affairs Minister in March this year. Prasad, who's Biman Prasad, who is the finance minister, acknowledges the support. He says the grant is very innovative and timely, and it provides the Fiji government with opportunity to respond to a number of demands that we feel are very important to include in the new budget. Saying a lot. Prasad further says that the government has a clear understanding of the key areas that need to be addressed in the next budget. Prasad adds that the government will use the outcome of the National Economic Summit and the recommendation of fiscal. Okay, so we got some money and we're going to use the money for something.
Mm.
It's going to be fun.
Mm.
I don't know, why did you put that in there? Is it because of that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and it's side of business, so it's quite interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's what stands out to me. So what is the title of that? Duavata partner. Oh, and Duavata is like
Partner.
no, but are we in Duavata? Did they say when Duavata is like New Zealand and Australia?
Mm.
Oh, okay. We're of one heart, of one mind,
Mm.
walking together in unity. Duavata, right? Yeah. That's what that means.
Unity.
Huh? Unity, right?
Mm.
I guess Yaluvata would be of like one heart, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So Duavata literally
Unity.
means unity.
Mm.
Okay. One together.
Together.
So it's like if you do the literal translation.
Dua?
What?
One, bata together.
One
One
together.
together.
Dude, the Fijian English translation is the best, dude. Like I remember one of my uncles, like so if you like close the like some of the houses, I don't know if you can see it with the house down way at the end, they have like the simple like window where it just like opens out and you put a stick in it.
Right.
You know, like the old school windows, burre style.
Uh.
And like he was like he was saying to one of my cousins or something. This is one of my funny uncles. He's like, "Hey, kane, someone katu malaka." You know, like,
Uh.
"Hey, someone katu malaka." Like it means like close the window, right?
Uh.
And then he's like, "Just close the small outside."
Small outside.
So like, so we'll close the. It should really be so close the outside small, like
Close the
katumba leka, right?
Katumba
Leka.
ileka.
Or short.
Katumba too is like door.
The door, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So when I close the door.
Mm.
Katumba leka is like
Small,
is the window, right?
Yeah.
Hey, boy. We close the small outside. Vala. Missed the mark. People in Japan who got used to face masks during COVID are attending smiling lessons. Get the freak out of here. Are you serious? Whoa, dude. A poll by Japan's public broadcaster NHK last month showed 55% of people wear masks just as often now as when. Wow. Oh, so 55% of people are still wearing masks in Japan. It's pretty normal in Japan.
I don't know if there's an audio there.
There is an audio here. Whoa, students learn to practice facial muscles with mirrors at a smile training course in Soke Art School in Tokyo.
They forgot how to smile.
Dude, I'm getting stressed out just reading this. It's coming.
People in Japan who got used to face masks during COVID are attending smiling lessons. People in Japan who became so used to wearing face masks during the pandemic are signing up for lessons to teach them how to smile again. While the coverings were already common in the East Asian country pre-COVID, with many using them to combat seasonal illnesses and hay fever, their use skyrocketed when it became official government guidance to wear them during the worst of the outbreak.
Dude, this even stressed me out. This is like giving me like PTSD, like listening to this. Official, what did they say? Official government guidance.
Yeah.
That's such like
imagine.
that's such like matrixy type wording.
Yes.
Like official government guidance. Like they had to wear masks. They had no choice. Like they were forced to by the government. Official government. What did they say? Guidance.
Guidance.
Whatever, dude.
Many people wouldn't be seen in public without.
Unbelievable, dude. What a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, trust the first world, bro. That's a first world problem right there.
Yeah, I guess, eh? Learning how to smile. I really just don't actually have any words for that. Dude.
But they some of them have developed this phobia where they can't go out in public without face mask.
Oh, really?
They feel like they can hide behind those face masks without people judging how they look or some sort.
Right.
And they just feel that like comfortable.
Yeah.
To just wear face masks.
Yeah.
If they don't, they'll be panicking.
Right. Okay, we gotta be honest, okay? We just gotta be honest, all right? Yeah. I think there's a lot of people.
Imagine going on a date, like
I know, right? Well, okay, this is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who had a good time during COVID. They were like no mask 5s and they were mask 8s, 9s, or 10s, you know? Like and then you remove the mask and you know you have really nice eyes, you know? Yeah. Yeah. You have beautiful eyes. I love you. You're such beautiful eyes. And it's like, okay. It's like, okay. Yeah. Like, I mean, Yeah. I mean, I definitely, you know, like, dude, you put a mask and sunglasses on. I mean, you look
Yeah.
just as good as anybody
Yeah.
else, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
So, which begs the question: why do you have a beard?
Bro,
Are you
don't
trying to
even
cover?
go
Are you
there.
trying to
Don't
cover?
even go there,
Are you trying
brother.
to cover something up
No,
there?
no, no. Do
You're
that.
trying
We're talking about my skin, not beard.
Guys, we should put a poll up and see should Tui shave his beard.
Hey, come on now.
I think Tui's one of the few people that like is 50-50. Looks just as good with a beard and equally as good without a beard.
Wow.
No, because some people it's like you shave your beard, like doesn't
Mm.
grow the beard back, you know.
Please
And then there's some people that like Pineda,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
It's like, oh, dude, don't grow the beard because you have such a good like strong jawline, you
Mm.
know.
Mm.
And then it's like let it like get grow out. It's like okay,
Mm.
it takes time for me though. But we were talking about masks and the
Mm.
advantage that masks gave to people who look better with masks than without masks. I definitely have uh, days where I wish I could wear a mask for sure.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like sometimes you just don't feel good. Like they say, look good, feel good,
Mm.
and sometimes you don't feel like you look good, and wearing a mask was nice, right?
It's weird for me to
Was
wear
anybody
mask.
you were surprised about, like when you like? Did you ever meet anybody without a mask or with a mask, like for the first time, and then you see them without a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of people like that.
Mm.
Well,
But for somebody who like me who has a big beard,
yeah,
it doesn't look good for you to be wearing a mask because
yeah. Did you see the beard
beard
masks?
popping out.
The
And
ones
that
that
was
just
just
like
really.
hang down,
Oh
like
no,
a bandana.
I
They're
haven't.
like a full mask.
Huh.
No, your foot, dude. Let me see your foot. No, dude. Are you kidding me, bud? Let me see. Okay, dude.
Huh.
Absolutely freaking
What
not.
has it got worse?
No, it has not gotten worse, but it's just
It's still the same.
no. It's just it's not as infected anymore. But
Mm.
no. Let me see it.
How was your day, buddy?
No, don't go play. Okay. I don't know. Just deal with it, your mom. I don't want to be liable for this right now. Capacity building the way forward. Oh, another one from the finance minister. The finance minister has underscored the importance of enhancing capacity within crucial government institutions to effectively utilize aid provided by internal donors. Oh, sorry, I keep touching this. It's here, so I touch it. Sorry, guys, I'm shaking you up. It's not a generalization, just from my own experience. It also applies to getting good project proposals. Like the World Bank, you talk to international donors, invariably the effectiveness of what they give will depend on the effectiveness and efficiency and the ability of those who want support to identify areas. And once it's done, it's implementation the biggest problem with aid. Funds in the Pacific, I think, is implementation, the effectiveness of the implementation. So I have like mixed feelings about aid because I used to I lived in Africa for 4 years, and Africa is a continent that is notorious for being crippled by aid. And I know a lot of people that friends of ours, and we saw it firsthand. For like a lot of people say, like aid, NGO money is the worst thing that's ever happened to Africa because they've never been able to like take the training wheels off,
Mm.
and because there's so much corruption that happens with the aid money that comes in,
Mm.
and so it keeps the politicians fed and fat, and the NGOs are just they're basically just glorified ways for rich people to write their money off
Mm.
and to get for tax benefits for rich people. Because like if you go to Malawi, where I was in 2019, you drive down, like you see like the UN headquarters there, and it's like in the one city. It wasn't even the capital where I was, and it's like the biggest warehouse ever. Then there's probably like 100 brand new Toyota lease vehicles,
Hmm.
and that's all like donor money, and probably very little amount of the dollar that you donate to the UN actually ever makes it to the people on the ground. And so you have to consider that. And so with this aid money, like I don't know, I guess I don't know how Fiji has operated in the past, but maybe we can't actually operate without aid money. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe there is no profit in this nation without aid money. I
we've been running on aid money for so long,
right.
for as long as I can remember. That we don't really
Mm.
get this thing well, which is what I mean. Like then again, we don't have a lot of resources.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of resources, but we have we have all the resources that we need to survive,
Mm,
which means that we have all of the resources that we need to thrive.
mm,
In my opinion,
mm,
like because we bring in because like you have all this aid money coming in, and then you spend it all on importing, like, so it comes in, then you send it all away because you got to import all the stuff,
mm.
right? Whereas if like we would just buy stuff internally and just keep the money rotating within our nation,
Yeah.
I think you'd have a lot healthier economy. But
Mm.
I'm an idiot and I don't know how I'd implement that, so never vote for me.
Well, for man.
Yeah, I'll be a mayor one day, not a prime minister or whatever. What else we got here? Okay, so I keep seeing Dua Bata and I keep thinking about Drua. So we got the Drua game coming up. I wish I can imagine. But we got who's playing tonight? Crusaders and Blues.
Crusaders and Blues at
Okay,
7 p.m.
so we got Richie Monga versus Bowden Barrett, I guess.
Mm.
Um, and I don't see how the Blues can win this game.
Mm.
I mean, there has been some key players on both teams that have like really, really quiet seasons, in my opinion. Like you have Will Jordan on the Crusaders, and then you have Caleb Clark on the Blues. Like both players who like were absolutely, totally dominant over the last couple of seasons, and then have had like really, really quiet years. I don't know what that is. Again, I'm not a rugby analyst, but just from what I've seen of the Crusaders' ability to execute from their set piece and like the kind of just like the randomness that the Blues play with at times, like they just seem to they don't really seem to have like a great game plan a lot of the time, or the ability to execute like a really strong like team concerted team effort. I think it's like a really bad combo for the Blues against the Crusaders, but I could be wrong. And then tomorrow night we probably have the Brumbies getting annihilated by the Chiefs, Damian McKenzie, but I really hope not. I hope Stephen Lockham, the coach,
Chiefs boy.
can like, man, dude, imagine that'd be the greatest upset in all. Like that'd be the biggest upset in a long time, like a long, long time.
It's gonna be Chiefs versus Crusaders for the finals.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. At this point, that's what it's looking
And
like.
then Chiefs gonna take it.
Yo, how about this video of this guy just Spartan kicking this kid?
Bro, I saw that today. Did you put it up in the story?
Yeah, it pissed me off,
It
dude.
was an Asian dude that kicked that small kid in Welo Beach.
Yeah, I'll show you guys here. Can they see my screen if I show it?
Yeah.
Can you see it there?
Yeah.
Watch this.
There's a volume up.
There's really nothing to see here.
Dude, that's stupid.
Dude, piece of freaking garbage, this kid. Or this guy. Fully grown man. So apparently this guy says, who was watching this. Also, don't watch. Like, whatever, dude. I would freaking butaraki that guy so bad. Like, that guy doesn't do. Okay, I gotta watch what I say. But anyways, like, he's a human pile of waste. So what did he do?
Well,
which is crazy. So you guys see him kicking this
4-year-old. Yeah, but
The man picked before that, he
Yeah.
picked the child up till the level of his head and threw the child down on
Mm.
the sand. Dude, go end yourself. Nobody needs you taking up our oxygen on this earth, man. Like it's so that happened in Fiji, by the way. That happened on a beach
Yeah.
in Nandi in Wailoa.
The Asian family.
These guys just this family just like strolling the beach, and this guy just starts freaking dummying his son. Like apparently he's in custody now.
Like how the wife was reacting. She couldn't do anything.
Well, I mean, what do you like? You like if you're
So-
doing that to your kid,
Yeah.
like you punch your wife too.
Yeah. So it's an indication. Well, like she's been going through
Oh, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
abusive.
What a loser, dude. Man,
Trauma.
apparently he's in custody now. I just hope that he is like I hope he's sent back to wherever
gets
he
deported.
yeah,
Well,
wherever
what
he
it
comes
is.
from and he's dealt with
Mm.
justly, because that sometimes you wish, or like I was thinking to myself, like there's some things that I wish capital punishment was like around for, and it's stuff like that. Like
Ooh.
abuse of like kids. Like it's like there's no room on earth for people who would do that to like a little kid. Like how can you do it to your son, man? Anyways, I got distracted because I was trying to go to I was trying to find our story where we have the questions for today. Yeah, we took our first harvest to the market today. That was fun.
How did it go?
It went well.
Yeah.
It was
The
I mean,
bananas.
market prices are tough, but
Mm.
you just have to do everything at scale.
Right.
So we took it would be like a normal size shopping bag full. Like if you like absolutely full. Like
Mm.
if you packed it full of danya,
Mm.
and that was like $15. Yeah.
Hey.
So
Okay.
actually it's not good. But I mean you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
So that more than pays for the seed, right? Like I mean that's double. Here's the thing is like so the seed is somebody would go and probably pay half that price for the packet of seeds.
Yeah.
And then you double your money, which isn't enough because we brought in the mill mud right from the sugarcane mill and those planting bags, which you don't have to do. So if you double your money, that's still probably not enough, like considering the amount of time that you'd spend, like looking after the stuff. But if you're able to do that over and over and over and over again, you're the the cost your costs become a lesser part of that ratio. And so like the mill mud we only had to bring once, the bag we only have to bring once, so the more times that we use them, the lesser their cost doesn't grow, but our profit will keep growing, right?
Yeah.
Or our revenue will keep growing. So
But
let's keep going.
imagine if we could just like harvest all of those bags.
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
get
I don't even know
decent.
like where that'd be enough for the whole market.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Which would be fine. So it's kind of going in stages. Like some bags were planted first, and some bags were planted after. So we're all good from there. But anyways, guys, we don't have Koroi here. Is that Koroi? No.
No, he probably. I saw the vehicle came in and
Oh, okay.
probably
Well,
down there.
this could be longer if Koroi would do his job, right?
Yeah. Well, we got to talk about what happened this morning
What happened this morning?
in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. There was a guy who committed suicide in our town this morning, small town, Sekanga. Hung himself, hey?
How did you feel about it?
So how do I feel about it? I feel like I could be wrong for this. Like I don't know. I feel like it's a cowardly move. Like it's because he had a daughter too, and I think it's selfish to do that to your like to your daughter. I think all the talk around the town is that he had a big fight with his wife, and I think I'm not going to spread any rumors, but that's just what I've heard. But despite that fact, it's like get your stuff together and stick around for your daughter. But at the same time, it's like there was nobody in that man's life to to help him process what
Yeah.
he was going through. And so he ended his life last night because he felt so hopeless. Like it was better to leave his daughter than to keep living. And that's sad.
Hmm.
Um, so does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I'm pissed off and I'm sad
Hmm.
because it's so shameful and sinful to take away like the one thing, like the best thing that God's given you, right? Is like the
Hmm.
breath in your lungs in your life, and especially to take away yourself from the little one, right? Like your
Hmm.
kids. At the same time, it's like, man, I can't even imagine like having that, like being at a point in life where it's better. I would rather like end my own life than to
Hmm.
like talk to somebody about it,
Hmm.
Or so I would say I'm equally as sad as I am like angry that there's a little girl who doesn't have a dad or
Yeah.
you know, that ticks me off.
Hmm.
But I mean, a small town, like everybody hears about it. It's the talk of
Hmm.
the town, right?
Hmm.
Everybody's wondering about it. He played on the local rugby team. Um, yeah, like pretty healthy looking guy, good looking guy, but seems like he is in like a bit of
Hmm.
a negative relationship. So if you're in a negative relationship, just talk to somebody or like reach out at least. Talk to or send us a message. I don't care. Like, because you're worth it, and life is a gift, and there's people who don't want you to do what you are thinking of doing,
Hmm.
and you might not like yourself and you might not know how to handle your situation, but trust me, there's other people going through what you're going through, and
Hmm.
the only reason that they're around is because they have somebody to talk about or somebody to talk to.
Hmm.
And so go find somebody to talk to. Okay, so on that note, thank you guys. We'll see you guys back here next week on Monday on the mat. My name is Jonathan Bati, and thank you guys very much for joining us. We appreciate you guys very, very much. We're going to go find out where Kroy is and why he wasn't doing his job here to make us a baby mix, because this would have gone longer. So we're blaming Kroy, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.